When Anupam Thaji was speaking so high about us, I wish that my wife would have been present here. Mr. Sahil was lucky that his madam is here. But I don't think, madam, you heard what he said. So that is a matter of satisfaction. The meaning of Pradeep, Anupam Jha sir said that Deepak Diya, but Anupam is really Anupam. Sir, first of all, when I was invited here, I thought that what to share with the students. And when you are come unprepared, that is the best thing, that you can share anything, whatever you feel like. And this is my way of talking to you all. It's not a speech. You all are part of my family, and you all know that whenever any internship request comes to my office, there is a strict instruction that you don't need to say no. Everybody has to be accommodated either in this month or next month, and fortunately I have place so I can accommodate. Others also wish the same, but sometimes other commitment may create some problem. But one slok Anupam Gandhi said, I would like to refer that. He said, Vidya dadati dunyam, dunyam dadati patratam. And finally the last word was, dhanat dharma tata sukham. But if you ask me for the lawyer's perspective, I will say dharma dhanat tata sukham. You do your duties, then you will make money, and then you can do the welfare. And our duty includes everything. Many young students and many young lawyers who feel that they are from the first generation, language may be the bar, but ultimately, and they may not be attending the library every day, but you take it from me that this profession is a bit different. Bit different because it has various dimensions. Even if you are walking on the street, meeting people, you are going to see a movie, or going to a government office, or even traveling in a train, a metro, wherever, you are encountering with legal problem or legal situation every day. And your daily experience is part of your professional experience. Many of the doctors who have done MBBS, some engineers, they come to me and say that, sir, I spoiled my life, sir, I went for BTech and MTech, now it's very difficult for me. I said, no. Your experience as an engineer is going to help you in this profession. If you are an activist, that also can help you. Because your day-to-day experience is part of our profession. So, somebody whom you find that he does nothing, he just takes a cup of tea outside, they are also experienced. Because at the tea shop, you get all kind of news. That in which class, who taught what, who boycotted, who bunked the class. And all these part of information. All these are part of your professional competence. From day one, lawyer students originally, they start managing attendance. That is the first lesson. That in difficulty, how to solve, how to create a solution. And similarly, in the hostel life, you will find so many things. I don't know whether you all have been to Lucknow University or not, but there was a hostel called Chandrasekhar Azad Hostel, Butler Hostel those days. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who was our former Prime Minister, he and his father both were law students and they were staying in the same room. And nobody knew that they are father and son because they stayed like friends. But when you go in that state, the first time when I visited, I found so many monkeys. And some monkey doesn't have hands, some monkey doesn't have eyes. I said, what happened? But monkeys also, they chase you, but they will not chase you till the hostel room. So it was a lot of curiosity for me that monkeys are chasing me but not entering into the hostel. Why? It is actually the students, these are law hostel. So they all prepare bombs. And when monkeys come inside, sometimes they touch something and then it lost. So many of monkeys got hurt. So it's a general message among monkeys that not to enter into any room. They don't enter. The purpose of referring this is that this was the reputation of law students. And when I went for admission for the LLB, my family was in shock. They say he was a good student. He got always good marks. I don't know what prompted him to select this stream of education. And it happens. Because my father and my mother, my other family friends, they have seen lawyers and done this both because I opted for both the professions initially. So they know that it's really very difficult. You will not get your chamber, you will not make your library. You may not get a nice place to stay, and ultimately it's really difficult to find even a senior. When I came for the first time in this city, normally लोग कहते हैं दिल वालों की दिल्ली, but for the first generation and who does not know anyone in this city, you will try to find from toe to head, hurt you will hardly find. And that is the first lesson again in the professional life. You will start learning. The behavior of your senior lawyers, behavior of your friends, behavior of your surrounding and the society, it keeps changing depending on your success. And whenever you see a successful man, that should motivate you. That should motivate you. You should feel that yes, I have to achieve this. I have to become like this. Anybody from Eastern UP, Bihar, they feel that their language is not good. You take it from me, when I came to Delhi, I hardly used to make a sentence. Because we have studied from village school under a tree, no building at all. And when I finished my schools and all, we came to Varanasi. There the first time I saw big buildings and classrooms and everything. I did my graduation finally when we came to Delhi. This is also, the city is also a kind of living monument, a live professor who teaches you every day. Fortunately, I had a habit from my village days that I used to talk. If anybody is sitting next to me, I will not miss the opportunity to talk to him. And something or other, I will try to learn from him. Even all these young friends, you all have something special in you. If I have to learn from each one of you, every one of you have something special which I don't possess, and each one of you also don't possess what other person has. And then the teamwork. When you all are working as a team, nobody can beat you. And in this profession, there is no competition because everybody has his share. If you start treating it as your partner, as your friend, as your competitor, you will be a bit jealous and you may not achieve what you are supposed to achieve. So your heart has to be open. This kind of open heart surgery, it's like that. Keep your heart open. Welcome everyone. And ultimately you take it from me that if you are a positive person and you start learning the nuances of a language, because what happens when you start learning, you will find that there are hardly 400 words in each language which you may be familiar with. In rarest of the rare cases, somebody may be familiar with 1000 words. You start writing Hindi words, even hai, may, kaun, kahan, kya, you will not complete 400, 500 words. So if you have to learn only 1000 words and your English will be good, why not to learn at early stage? Because we did not have anyone to guide, and that was the problem, that when we came to Delhi, even buying books also requires money. Even getting a membership in the library, that also requires money. and your life is really comfortable at home because you don't need to do anything. Your parents, your family members, they are attending you properly. Most of you who are staying here in the hostel or in delegacy, they must be missing home. And whenever you go home, whatever they serve, you will eat without doing any notanki. Reason being that you have now realized the importance of that food which was being served to you. So that is the one aspect. I don't want to go into that. You all are very learned persons. Anybody who opt for the legal education, I treat them that they are someone extraordinary. Because in all other streams you have to learn only one thing. But in this branch of education, you have to learn everything. Suppose tomorrow a pilot comes, or a plane crash case is there, or a gas leak case is there, some international dispute is there, some college is applying for the extension of seats, or increasing the number of students. Everywhere a lawyer's role coming. Environmental issues. So first of all, when you have to learn everything and you have to deal with everything, then you have to do everything. You have to be jack of all and master of one. Jack of all is must. And talking to your all the friends are also must. Every person has some specific background, and that background may be related to some litigation, sometimes today, tomorrow, or in near future. You must learn. A shopkeeper can guide you about the GST. A engineer or a highway engineer can guide you about the quality of construction, about the earthwork. An aeronautical engineer can guide you by space management, the air management, and air traffic control. Similarly, so many other situations, because whatever case comes, you all have to appear. You can't say no to your client, because a person who is coming to you is doing the same thing for more than 25 to 30 years, and he knows much more than you. But why he is coming to you then? Because he feels that this man must have done so many other things, and by my knowledge and my experience and his experience, we can do something better in this case. And that's why the role of you all becomes very important. The students, they have organized this program at early age, and at initial stage of study. If you realize the importance of such programs and interaction, is really commendable. And I congratulate you all, including the members of your faculty, who have allowed you to do this. Because you see, internship earlier, there was a concept, क्या मिलेगा internship में तुमको यार, कौन जा रहा है? फायदा क्या है internship करने से? अब you see, even I also do a training program, and in my internship training program, we have few associates only for this purpose. The purpose of interacting with the students in the first one is only this, that whether they are familiar with reading judgments, reading cases, can they prepare office report, can they write a synopsis, can they frame a question of law, can they frame grounds. And I find that most of them have not done this. In the second month, I give them more opportunities, more drafting, but in the first month only this thing. And what is the purpose of giving this also? Finally, I try to convince them, you see, you all go to movie. You see for a movie for 3 hours. After observing 3 hours movie, you make a note. Somebody is asking, kya story mein kya tha yaar? You narrate everything in 5 minutes without missing an important scene. That is called synopsis. Your case is a story. When you start observing the proceeding and then writing it in a concise and crisp manner without missing any important point, you are enhancing your skills. Because writing more can be done by anyone. Writing less and then incorporating everything without missing the important point, that is enough. For that, you all have to either you see movie or you do whatever you did in a day, you just write in one page and treat this entire activity of yours as synopsis. You must have seen something illegal in a day and try to draft a plaint of them, or try to draft a complaint. Then your area of interest, that is very important. When we started practice, those days these tribunals were not in existence. But nowadays there are so many tribunals. If you are interested in company matters, go to NCLT, NCLAT, banking matters for DRT, DRAT, or telecom matters, airport matters, EDSAT is there. Environment matters, NGT is there, consumer matters forum was earlier there, so you all know NCDRC and state forums. For each and every offences also like CBI cases. Again in CBI courts all offences are same other than PC Act. But one major important fact is the sanction. A government officer against whom you want to investigate and file a charge sheet and courts want to proceed, there is a mandatory sanction required under CRPC 190. The purpose of this is that the moment you start going to the court and you start noting it down, you will have a fair idea. But don't get bored. If you don't like that day going to the court, you just go attend the court, but go somewhere else. Whatever you like, go to the movie, go to a mall, go to the shops. But don't waste your time. Either you go and sleep, that is also equally important. Having good sleep is also equally important. Go to some stadium, go to some sports activity, whatever. But don't just be idle. Do something. And the most learning chapter is that you should know each other. Many of you, they study together but they don't know each other. If you ask me, I have 25,000 members in Supreme Court Bar Association, I know each one of them. And when I was studying in Banaras Hindu University, when I got admission, that was the first exposure of mine in the city. And I am the first person in my family who did law and who came to Delhi. At Varanasi also I was the first person. So why I am mentioning that even in that university when I went, I had one word, Bhaiya, kaise hain? Namaste bhaiya. Hello bhaiya. And gradually after first year, second year, within the 3 years course, I know entire university, from the students from management to medical science to engineering to any geology to physics, chemistry, and all the hostels. We had around 119 hostels there. Now it's more. And I was the only boy from a village background who had access to all the hostels, including girls' hostels. When Jha Sahab said that 3L, I thought that he is referring teens nigala, kaam bigala, Delhi University is a place, very romantic place, you must be knowing. If you go to your registrar's office, you will find there is especially it's written that this is the place where Lord Mountbatten proposed Lady Edwina. And the room of Vice Chancellor was the bedroom of Lord Mountbatten. It is a romantic place. And if you go to the basement, there is a very wonderful ballroom. I don't know whether you all have been there or not, but one day you all can request and go and see that. And then in the last corner there is a room where Bhagat Singh was kept when he was in custody. Prior to being sent from here to Lahore, he was brought here just to show that this boy is about hardly 18 and a half, has done this. They could not believe it. So, start from Bhagat Singh trial. All the old cases which have some historical importance, they have something. You all must have read the movement of Indigo farmers. Now this current farmers movement. Same thing, nothing more, nothing less. Those days British government did not listen. Today, whoever is in the government, they will have their own policies. They will act accordingly. And ultimately, when they are convinced that it is not in their interest, especially the interest of party or power, then only they will listen to it. Any government. I am not referring A party, B party, C party. I never joined a political party. I am not a member of any political party. Many offered me, but I said no. And despite being the first generation, I said no to High Court Justice at the age of 43. Because I did not want to become a High Court judge. Many of my family members again suggested we will have a big mango car and this. I said I will have it anyway. Let you all bless me, and I think I will get it. Today I don't regret. Wherever I go to any High Court and I find any of my junior as a High Court judge there, I feel very happy. And fortunately, in every High Court I have one or two. I don't appear before them, but that is a proud moment. I should not take long, but I will say only one thing to you all, that whoever comes to any senior's office as a junior, that senior feels proud when the junior does something and achieves something. You should never mind that if senior has fired you or scolded you for some reason. The purpose is not that you should be humiliated. Purpose is that because I expect more from you and you should have done that. This is the only profession where still Gurukul Parampara is working. Because lawyers come, they sit, they be there, they become part of family. Some of them, they leave the family within 24 hours. That is also a factor. But anybody who joins my chamber, I have never thrown anyone out. I have never spared anyone also. I have never treated anyone as a big man, and I have never treated anyone as a small man. For me, everybody is equal. If I meet any top functionary, I feel the same way as I am talking to you. And if I feel a villager, a poor man, he is also equally important for me. And that's why on many occasions, the situation may not be pleasant for many top leaders. In this legal profession, has given me everything. I never thought earlier when we used to buy these tickets of Nawari's movie in black and go to observe that. I had never thought that one day Amitabh Bachchan will be asking me to appear for him and we will be interacting every day. Similarly, all the top industries where we ought to have aspired to work for them, they have been very friendly to me, and most of them, they visited my office. Whenever I visited, we used to have lunch together. But I never treated them as an industrialist. I treated them again as a guru. Because a businessman of 30 years, 40 years, or 2 generations, 3 generations has a lot of knowledge. Sometimes you should listen. And you should not counter someone immediately. If somebody is saying something, wait till he concludes. So, few things you all must remember. You have to be polite, you have to be hardworking, because you all know law is a jealous mistress. This is a very famous saying. The moment you start having affair with the other one, the first one will go. So you have to focus only on your profession. And thereafter, if you find a partner in life, that is not a bad thing. I don't say that you should not have a partner. But first thing is that you have to be successful. You have to achieve something. And to achieve something, you have to respect your guru. You have to respect your friends. All of you sitting in this classroom, maybe after 20 years, 25 years, none of you know that who is going to do what and who will be meeting you where. Some of you will be High Court judges, some of you may be this top officers, some of them will be the district judge, some of them will be prosecutor. And I have seen many of toppers, they are not doing well in professional life. And the reason being that they don't focus on other things. In this profession, everything is equally important. Whatever you do with full passion, do with full energy, and do with a smile. Even if somebody is scolding you for a reason which you feel that this is correct, you must say thank you to the person. Many of you get offended and say कि यार इसने सबके सामने मेरी बेइज्जती कर दी। आपको तो ये सोचना चाहिए कि सबके सामने आपको एक बात बताई, आपको डांटा, साथ साथ 5 लोग और भी सीखे। कभी इसका बुरा नहीं मानना आपको। किसी ने आपको डांट दिया, किसी ने आपको बोल दिया, आप उसका बुरा मान जाओ, फिर आपको मजा भी नहीं आएगा। और आप वो हम लोग के बच्चों की तरह ही और दोस्त भी हो, दोनों बातें हैं। जब तक आप एज इंटर्न आते हो हमारे पास, आप हमारे दोस्त रहते हो। जिस दिन आप हमारे ऑफिस को ज्वाइन करते हो फिर वो दोस्ती खत्म हो जाती है, क्योंकि मुझे अब आपकी, मेरी इज्जत आपकी इज्जत से जुड़ गई है। If you don't achieve something in life, that will be reflection on my professional competence. That despite working with Mr. So and so for 10 years, 15 years, this boy is doing nothing. And then after 10 years, if you are still struggling for 3-4 lakhs a month, then what is the purpose of being in my office for 10 years? You all have to achieve. So purpose is that you all should achieve, you all should gain knowledge, gain friendship with a smile, and do whatever you want to do till you are enjoying that. If you don't enjoy, don't.